I'm going to tell you some bedtime stories. Of course, you know you can't tell bedtime stories anymore like you used to. Now, when I was a little boy, I enjoyed those tales about the three little bears and Goldilocks and things like that. It was wonderful. But you can't do that anymore. These kids are too smart. They see too many things. I started telling my little boy, he's 9. He'll be 10 in October if you don't get too smart with me. I sat him up on my knee and I started telling him about the three little bears. He said, "Oh, Daddy, don't give me that bear jazz." He said, "In the first place, I don't believe in the three little bears." He said, "I think Goldilocks was a square and Jack ain't never had a beanstalk that long." So I changed things around a little bit and told him a bedtime story and kind of twisted it up, turned the words around. I want to give the kid credit for his intelligence. That's the way I told him the story. I'll tell it to you kids. Once upon a time, there was little Thrigs. Well, actually, there was more than that. There was Mama Mig and Papa Fig. Papa Fig, that don't work, does it? But anyhow, that's all together, that was 5 little figs. And one day, the first of these little Thrigs, he was walking down the road and he saw a man riding a wagon. And he said, "Hey, mister," said, "would you sell me that straw to law?" Said, "I want to heal me a bounce. I want to build me a horse trouse." So he got the straw and he built him a horse trouse. And along came the big wad buff. And he said, "Hey, Piddelig, let me in." Piddelig says, "Not by the chair of my henny hen hen." He said, "I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll hold your blouse down." So he huffed and he puffed and he hold his blouse down. And he ate up the Piddelig. Then the second of the little Thrigs, he went off down the road and he saw another man riding a wagon. And he said, "Hey, mister," he said, "would you sell me that stow to licks? I want to heal me a bouse. I'm going to build me a hick stouse." So he built him a stouse out of hicks. And along came the big wad buff. And he said, "Hey, Piddelig, let me in." Piddelig says, "Not by the chair of my henny hen hen." He said, "I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll hold your blouse down." So he huffed and he puffed and he hold his blouse down and he ate up the Piddelig. Then the third of the little Thrigs, he was a little smarter, Teddy. He went off down the road and he saw another man wagon a riding. Wigging a rodin'. And he said, "Hey, mister, would you sell me that bro to licks? I want to heal me a bounce. And I'm going to build me a hick brouse." So he built him a brouse out of hicks. Along came the big bad wolf. And he said, that was a big wad wolf, wasn't it? Yeah. He said, "Hey, Piddelig," said, "let me in." He said, "Not by the chair of my henny hen hen." He said, "I'll huff and I'll hold your blouse down." So he huffed and he puffed and he puffed and he huffed and he couldn't hold his blouse down. You got to be careful. He stuck his head up to the window and he said, "All right, Piddleg," said, "you're absolutely root." Said, "I can't hold your blouse down," but he said to himself, said, "I'll fix him." Said, "I'll climb up on the roof and I'll chide down the Slimney." So he climbed up on the roof and he chid down the Slimney. But the third of these little Thrigs, he was smart. He knew what was going on. So he ran in the kitchen and got him a great big pot of boiling hot water. And he put this pot of boiling hot water over the fireplace, and the big wad buff hit it. And as soon as he hit that water, he said, "Ouch." He said, "This is extremely painful to a wolf's gluteus maximum." So the third of the little Thrigs, he ran in the kitchen right quick, and he got him a real narp shive. And he cut that big wad buff open and got his two little brothers out. And they had wolf stew for supper. And friends, that's good. Seasoned just right, with pig ears and stuff. And they danced and sang, and the little Thrigs lived heavily afterwards.